How's it going? Welcome back to Alan Wake. The Lake House DLC came out today, so we're playing that. Slurp slurp. I don't think it's very long. I think it's like 2.5 hours or something. But yeah, let's get into it. The Lake House expansion is now available to play. Descend into the Federal Bureau of Control research facility and unravel the mysteries lurking within. Uh,
This isn't the Bureau's first time in Bright Falls. 1970, 76, 8. Last one was in 2010. It's not exactly clockwork, but this town sees way more altered world events than most. We knew it was just a matter of time before the lake acted up again. After the AWE in 2010, the FBC's research department set up a facility, the Lake House, to study the Threshold and Cauldron Lake, find better ways to contain the entity inside. Your tax dollars at work. When we detected a spike in paranatural activity at Cauldron Lake, before I even knew you were on this case, Saga, the Lake House was my first stop. I was short-handed, hoped they could spare some help, maybe give us some intel on the situation. If I had any clue what was waiting for us in there, Saga, I'd have just kept on driving.
know you meet her in the main game. I don't really remember her.
This is Agent Kieran Estevez responding to an AWE alert in the vicinity. I need to speak with the Marmons. So much for the welcome wagon. You all set up the perimeter. We're on the Threshold's doorstep, so keep your eyes peeled.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. I wonder if this game controls more like Alan Wake or more like Control. The Lake House. Return addendum. Okay, you can focus flashlight. Okay. Nope. Nope.
Agent Kieran Estevez requesting entry. I don't have time for this.
I didn't mean to click on that one again. Estevez ID card.
This shouldn't take long, okay? You see anything? Radio me.
Roger that.
Do we go to the lake house in the main
The
game?
Lake House was run by the research department. Research and investigations don't really see eye to eye.
Research
What they call
department.
science, I call a violation of Bureau protocol and human decency. Classic interdepartmental drama. Your FBI saga, you know how it goes. Now, in retrospect, my low opinion of the research department may have clouded my judgment.
Research is run by Casper Darling, or was run by Casper Darling, and I'm pretty sure now it's run by Emily Pope. Picnic table. Hey, boo boo. a little pond. How quaint. Right? I'm pretty sure in Control, Emily Hope takes over control of research department. Automatic door. Stand clear.
Hello?
Sir?
Agent Kieran Estevez, Investigations Department.
The lake house.
No one wants to check the individual carrying a firearm into a restricted government facility? No? Okay, well, it was definitely going in the report.
Dr. Marmont. Here to remind you to put 100% effort today. Urgent reminder. Lake safety protocols. Please remember that the following recreational activities are forbidden in waters of Cauldron Lake. These restrictions apply to both civilians and FBC employees. Fishing, redacted. Swimming. Boating applies to canoes, kayaks, motorized boats, etc. Using the water for redacted purposes. Water skiing, redacted in the water. Paddle birding. These activities can result in redacted in an estimated redacted percent of cases. You are unclear about any of the restrictions listed above. Please speak with redacted. Security report. Local rumors. Background. Recent security operations was performed among the citizens of Bright Falls and Watery. The goal of this operation was to ascertain public knowledge and opinion of the lake house and its operations. Summary. The following information was gained through covert listening and informal questioning. The local public appears to view the area around the lake house with fear. This is, of course, the intended reaction as the Bureau has publicly marked the area as dangerous due to volcanic gases. However, there is a specific rumor among public regarding the government facility in the woods run by mad scientists taking people for experimentation. This rumor seems particularly popular among the local youth, and its proximity to the truth is cause for concern. Worst case outcome would be an increase in curiosity, or possibly even aggression. It is possible this is even the reason for the lake house's security breach back in Redacted. Action to be taken. Security personnel will continue to monitor youth chatter. If the rumors continue, disseminating a cover story may be required, perhaps even fabricating signage for an American Volcano Commission type institution. Or Scout wishes to escape, I will let him out. SSS. Safety, security, censorship. Remember the 3 S's. Ava Ramani, FBC personnel, subject status update, oldest house. While staff, on-site observation teams report that the oldest house is still under active lockdown. Status of Director Trench, management team, and all other personnel inside the oldest house at the time of the lockdown's initialization remain unknown. Observation teams have detected fluctuations in the redacted field originating from the oldest house as of redacted, increasing in strength as its loop through a specific pattern every redacted hours. These readings are currently being analyzed by research staff in Boston office. Any personnel with information pertaining to the signal should contact them immediately. Sincerely, Ava Ramani, Supervisory Agent. Super Agent?
That's handy. An experiment. That bodes well.
App updated. Oh. Why would I ever want to do that? Hello? Buddy here?
It's locked.
Romnus Daily Stand-Up. No doodling. The Lake House Daily. Good news. HQ still dark. Pie was good. More pie for the rest of us. I am so fucking tired of political texts. Fuck off. I was good. More pie for the rest of us. We have coffee. Deer Fest this week. Bad news. HQ still dark. Not allergy bad. No Alma beer. Good. Tried it. The artist is illegible. Someone stole the black whiteboard marker. All vacation time canceled.
Dr. Marmont's not here. Nobody is?
Burroughs
I'll have to check
University,
downstairs.
on the recommendation of the facility and by virtue of the authority vested in the trustees of Barrows University, have conferred on Jules Francois Marmot the degree of Doctor of Applied Science and is entitled to the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. William Devereaux, Chairman of the Board of Trustees. Paul Jensen, Dean of Barrows University. Notice of appointment. Dr. Casper Darling, Head of Research. Dr. Jules Marmot,
They must all be
appointment-
working on the lower
What?
levels.
up.
We
Appointment
need to head down.
as facility head. Senior leadership of the Federal Bureau of Control has determined to appoint Dr. Jules Marmot to head of research at the facility at Cauldron Lake, Washington. The appointment will be shared by Diana Marmot, effective upon the facility's completion in July 18th. Zachariah Trench, Bureau Director. Casper Darling, Bureau Head of Research. Federal Bureau of Control's Special Service Certificate. This exceptional contribution certificate is awarded to Jules Francois Marmot in grateful recognition of his outstanding contributions to the Bureau's scientific endeavors. Casper Darling, Head of Research. A bust. My new fellow head of the lake house. Love, Diana. Experiment in progress. September 14th, 2023, Thursday, Science Fact of the Day. Though most famous for acting, Hedy Lamarr also invented in her free time. She patented a frequency hopping device for torpedo guidance systems at the age of 38.
Changing passwords, huh?
Security and Technical Support Division, all departments, update on computer password reset policy. Jesus Christ. Effective September 13th, all computer passwords must be reset daily to address security concerns. We are aware this may be inconvenient change and lead to difficulty remembering your password. We recommend using a permanent set of digits at the beginning of the password followed by numbers that change daily. Try using significant personal dates, coordinates, etc. Do not use birthdays, the current date, phone numbers, etc. Please also remember that for the time being, passwords are not to exceed 6 digits. Thank you for your compliance. Placement keycard request form. Please fill out the field below before delivering a form to security. A new keycard will be issued to you once your request is processed. Marmot, go ahead, research. Required clearance, the highest one. I forget what it's called. My old card went missing. Indicate here if your card was stolen. How would I know if it was stolen or is lost? Why do you not put microchips inside to follow them if you are so concerned with this? I am the head of research and I expect a new card on my desk by the end of workday. Research profile. Subject P. Summary. Through extensive testing, the subject has been confirmed to possess an intrinsic paranatural ability to manifest, or that manifests exclusively during the act of painting. The paintings feature scenes or events he would have no knowledge of, even sometimes painting an event before it occurs. This effect has been proven multiple times and has an estimated 40 to 100% success rate. Note the lack of precision in this range is due to the team's inability to prove that a painting's content will not be realized at some point in the eventual future. Researchers asked to reiterate their hesitance to publish any concrete statements surrounding the subject and his ability at this time, as the nature of the paintings and their paranatural effects have been exceptionally difficult to measure and quantify. Conclusion. The subject is suspected to be a Class 2 para-utilitarian, though additional testing will be required to confirm this. At this time, his ability is not believed to be a direct threat to himself or others and can be controlled. The nature of his ability is to show current or future events via the art he creates, but the extent of this forecasting cannot be determined by researchers with any high level of precision. Unlike the art created by Alan Wake, there is no evidence the subject's art is directly manipulating reality via the shadow's energy. Hmm. Hmm. We have a date on any of these? Be like 017 or 07/18/14?
Damn it.
What was the date on here? July 18th. But yeah, 07/18.
Come on. Nope. That's not right.
Okay. 07/18/38. Unlock door. Hello. Please remember to lock your computer before leaving your station for any amount of time. Changing your password daily does not improve our facility security if you leave your computer open. Thanks, Brian Lopez, IT specialist. Dr. Marmot, Project Arbutus has officially requested to return the pages. We aren't using them for any work on Project Romnus, and they are shared research material, so can I release them back to Arbutus? Sincerely, Dr. Perry Levine, senior researcher. So does next Wednesday work? Go fuck yourself, Jules. I apologize for the difficulty. My wife is presenting Harry. I believe she is suggesting that I would take her project's budget. An unfair and preposterous accusation, though I am confident you understand that. I would be happy to meet and discuss the annual budget. It is, of course, the head of research's job to oversee such work. Maybe Diana is no longer up to the task. Sincerely, Dr. Jules Marmot, co-head of research. I'm too busy to attend meetings, just use the budget from last year, but make sure to specify that the specific percentage of the research budget is to go toward Project Arbutus, so certain individuals won't be tempted to slow down their competition by stealing resources. Warning, a friendly reminder that proposed annual budgets need to be sent out by the end of this month. Every station is being asked to give a thorough breakdown this year in an effort to find areas where spending can be reduced. Should I book a time for us to speak about this and make a plan? All the best. Ooh. Budget shit, huh? Big gulps, huh? Wait, unlock door. Yeah.
This should come in handy.
Anything else in here? No? No? Okay. Elevator, elevator. Ow, my knee popped. Boing. Hey guys, I'm streaming.
As soon as I got in that elevator, my bad news detector started going nuts.
Not so boingo?
Estevez to team, something's going on in the lake house. I want all nearby agents to push.
Hmm.
Agent Estevez, what's your status?
In the lake house, bud. Something's happening.
Breach detected in sublevel 5.
The building appears to be farting.
We have a situation in the lake house. All agents converge on the facility now.
Okay.
Belay that order.
Okay, forgot. I was trying to remember how to do that.
A threshold event had hit the lake house. Now, it was the Marmont's problem. Our
Marmont.
mission was outside. What the fuck was that?
Ooh. He said the fuck word. Threshold linking experiment progress report, Dr. Jules Marmont. The work to create a stable link between our reality and that of the redacted continues. Progress is good, with all teams reporting high confidence that a successful connection will soon be
I need to
possible.
get back to the elevator.
Recent efforts in utilizing the paintings produced by Subject P to adjust reality in such a way that achieves our goals were unsuccessful. However, this result allowed us to discard that avenue of research and focus solely on a much more viable one. Our new hypothesis states that the threshold's energies, and thus its reality-altering effects, are drawn to pieces of art that contain significant levels of emotion. This is supported by a clear trend in the data we have gathered over the years. We can identify and quantify the emotion of an art piece. Our work will speed up considerably. Work has already proceeded with an immediate focus on developing devices capable of measuring the level of emotion any given piece of art. For now, our research will continue to focus solely on the art produced by Subject P. While no pieces of his have yielded successful results outside of their assistance in discovering the redacted pages, his proven status as a para-utilitarian makes his work the most suitable research material. Refer to file F2153821 for full report. Research order. As the Lake House continues to make progress towards its goal, various avenues of research are being pursued. Recently, one such avenue has yielded unexpected results. The research into nursery rhymes, directed by Dr. and Dr. Marmont, led by Dr. Campbell, as an art form, have shown viability in its ability to connect with the Cauldron Lake threshold. As a result, the nursery rhyme findings will now be carried forward by the co-heads of research and incorporated into ongoing research across the Lake House. Effective immediately, research teams will be briefed on how to utilize the effective elements of the nursery rhymes into their own work. Note, Dr. Campbell and his team are being reassigned. They will continue to develop their work on nursery rhymes outside the lake house. Any exposure risks related to performing confidential work outside the facility's premises have been acknowledged and accepted by the co-heads of research. Signed, Dr. Diana Marmont, co-head of research, Dr. Jules Marmont, co-head of research. You can find the nursery rhymes throughout the game. They give you like charms. You solve them. Casper.
Dr. Darling.
Can't hear him. All right.
Okay. Priority 1, get the lights on. Standing around in the dark near Cauldron Lake, you're not smart?
This room is just covered in paint. flare.
That is not a regulation FBC weapon.
There are a lot of these.
Jules' keycard could be useful.
Unfortunately, Jules' keycard went missing last night. Huge shame. On a totally unrelated note, I now have a level 3 clearance card in my office, plus a lot of Blackrock. Been grinding the Blackrock down to a powder and stashing around in case any gets confiscated. Except, weapon test the Blackrock powder. If successful, maybe send schematics to off-site teams. Could lead to a transfer out of this shithole. Need to think of more applications for Blackrock now that I have some. There was a researcher at the oldest house who had tons of ideas like this. Wish I could remember their name.
Wish they'd make these things lighter.
Wish you had the ability to throw them with psychic abilities.
The way I saw it, there was only one way out. Identify the source of the event and contain or eliminate it. Now, good news, I just had to keep going down. Bad news, the elevator liked to disappear.
Follow the light. Follow the light. Fault in the system. The system is down. The system is down.
At least the elevator's back.
System. Down, 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 down. That's revolution. Getting so slurpy in here. Can I turn on actual lights? That might have been a mistake. It was a save point. Might as well manual. Don't save over the main game save. That'd have been a bummer. Computer. Attention all staff. There's a significant amount of Blackrock missing from sub-level 5. I expect there is misunderstanding and someone has taken it to another floor by mistake. If you did this, respond to this message and we'll fix the problem. Blackrock is precious material. We only have so much of it now with the oldest house being closed. Harry, do not release any of those pages. Tell Diana, those fools on Project Arbitus, that we misplaced them. Unfortunate filing accident. Tell them we are confident the pages will resurface 2 or 3 weeks, but we are too busy making progress to look for them right now. Be sure you say that we're making progress, just as I wrote it above. Regards, Dr. Jules Marmont. Hello. Gentle reminder that nut allergies are a serious health issue, and making light of them is not appropriate workplace behavior for anyone of any seniority level. Bringing nuts to the office is a health risk and should be avoided for everyone's safety. Thank you, Harry Kingston, Facility Administrator. Hello. Celebrate the arrival of fall. I have brought a variety of seasonal pies from the local diner you all seem to love so much. Members of Project Romnus can come enjoy them in the lobby near my office. All other staff should visit the other Dr. Marmont's office to see if she brought pie. Also, despite the ridiculous dramatics of last year, I have purchased this delicious pecan-filled pies. Happy fall, Dr. Jules Marmont. Hello, please remember to lock your computer before leaving your station. Yeah. So he bought pecan pie knowing someone here has a nut allergy. He is just an asshole. Holy shit.
If you can understand me, I am an agent of the Federal Bureau.
Got buttons. Multiple. Alright, so I need to find the key card. Get that black rock done. I'm guessing is what needed. The elevator, I don't want to go to the elevator yet. I don't think, at least. That's a bad place to be.
This key card won't get me in.
Gotta keep dodging. Is it in this office? It does open. Okay.
What the fuck were those things?
Floor 2? Or I guess negative 2?
Deep breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Look, you never really get used to the shit you see in this job, but you can learn techniques to adjust, to function. Take 6 deep breaths, then get to work. Find the source, collapse the threshold.
Find the source, collapse the
Sir, please hold.
That's not great, right?
If you can understand me, I'm an agent of the Federal Bureau of Control. I can assist you if you take no hostile action against me or any action that can be perceived as hostile. Do you understand?
First time.
Well, I'll be damned. So what kind of entity are you?
Murderer and victim.
You can speak. That means you probably imprinted on a person or retained some of your former self's information. Previously human, maybe? Okay, I can work with that. I just
you
had
hostile?
an unpleasant encounter with some other painted individuals. Any relation? What does that mean? Okay, hey,
Okay.
calm down.
Get freaky on me.
You need to cease all hostility right now. No.
Gone.
Bad news. That thing is really pissed off. Good
He's
news.
murderer and victim
It didn't try to kill me.
that you know of.
Okay, baby steps. Angry living paintings are not typically on the Cauldron Lake bingo card. Something different was happening at the lake house. and I couldn't let it escape. Bright Falls didn't need this particular cherry on its already shitty Sunday.
It's Tuesday.
Sublevel 3.
Bing, bing. Age development. I am the Cage Master. Okay, calm down. Tape recorder. I'll read this first. Organizational update. Moving forward, research at the Lake House has been will be divided into two distinct projects. Project X10032AW, codename Arbutus, will focus on studying the writing of Redacted, with Dr. Diana Marmot serving as project director. Project C43210RL, codenamed Romnus, will focus on studying Redacted, and his work with Dr. Julius Marmot serving as project director. Staff will soon be notified regarding their project assignment and any required desk changes. Your patience is requested during this reorganization. This is a confidential facility matter and is not to be discussed with external agents or teams. If you have any questions, please contact me directly. Signed, Mary Kingston, Facility Administrator.
September 12, 2023. Notes regarding a page of an Alan Wake manuscript I found in the archives. I checked the records, and this page is not in
That's
our
so quiet.
inventory. I believe it manifested inside the lake house directly. I won't be filing this page. It'll just send Jules into a panic. The page is written in Wake's usual style, so I can't say for certain if it's being literal or figurative when it calls us monsters. But what's interesting is that the page indicates that a painting succeeded in linking Cauldron Lake's threshold with our facility. Writing has always been the clearly superior avenue of research, but I never considered that the writing itself would dictate a different art form as the catalyst for our success. I cannot accept that. I can't allow Jules to stumble his way into success. Not after the years of work I put into this research. I got word yesterday that 2 writers are visiting Bright Falls. I will beat Jules to the finish line.
I'm assuming that was Jules' wife, Diana.
Diana and Jules Marmont had once been a team. Rising stars in the Bureau, both talented in their own way. Diana innovated and Jules got funding from the bureaucrats. Cooperation led to respect, connection. Then after a decade of hard work, the happy couple were promoted. Co-heads of research. Their first years at the lake house were good. Challenging, but not insurmountable. Not for them. Gradually, thoughts fell into their heads like drops of dark water. Why does she get all the credit? Why does he get any credit? With that, a crack formed in the lake house. The Marmonts and their work became arrogant, erratic. The crack widened and the water seeped in.
Words per sentence, WPS max 15, minimum 1, average 6.41. Style, character-centric, plain, past tense, flipped phrasing, higher adjective usage. Focus timeline. Diana and Jules Marmot, okay. That's what Alan just said. Rudolph Lane, paint, odor, Marmonts, hate, conflict.
Rudolph Lane stood back from the canvas. He didn't recognize the piece. Did he paint this? His mind was foggy, unfocused. He knew the Marmonts were putting something in his food. A man in a white coat came to steer Lane back to his cell. He did not resist. He was too tired. He lay on the bed, but the stench in his cell wouldn't let him sleep. An acid stink, the turpentine, the paint, it was all over him. Years of it, 1,000 paintings, 1,000 more to come. A putrid weight he could never wash away. Cold hate simmered below the mist clogging his thoughts. Hatred for the paint, Hatred for the brushes, for the Marmonts, for himself.
Words per sentence, max 12, minimum 1, average 6.71. Is co-heads one word or two? Style. Contains dialogue, clip phrasing, third person, omniscient, broad timeline. Story concept. Marmonts, Diana and Jules, FBC, Lake House conflict, water dark. Anything else in this room? Wait, did I just... Thank you. Bonk. It's one thing? Okay. Refinement process, ATD output and calibration. The automated typing device, ATD, will produce writing mimicking that of Alan Wake, known para-utilitarian, with the goal of affecting reality with the same consistency as Mr. Wake's writing. Reach this level of authenticity. Where was I? Reach this level of authenticity, each page produced by the ATD must be evaluated and graded based on a similarity to Wake's original style. The pages will be graded using the following criteria. Comprehensibility. This is the most basic of criteria. The page must use language and develop stories in an understandable, organic way. Style. The page must accurately mimic the typical style of Wake's writing using pages in the Lake House possession as reference. Tone. The page must accurately mimic the typical tone of Wake's writing using pages from the Lake House's possession as reference. Content. The page must accurately mimic the typical content of Wake's writing using pages in the Lake House possession as reference. Once pages are graded, they will be fed into an algorithm as preferred reference material, thus continuously refining the writing produced by the ATDs until they can produce near identical stories to Alan Wake. Once that is achieved, we will provide instructions to the ATD on what to write, effectively gaining control of Wake's ability to link with the Shadow's power. Yo, get off there. They're using an AI algorithm to mimic Alan. Grenade?
There was a crack in the lake house. The Marmonts had let the lake in, but the water could not flow. It became trapped, stagnant, went bad. The truth was controlled here. The art was
Control?
not art, just content for the experiment. There was a crack in the lake house. The Marmonts had let the lake in, but the water could not flow. It became trapped, stagnant, went bad.
Initial findings
The
report.
truth was
Edward
controlled
Franklin
here.
Booker.
The art was not art, just content for the experiment.
I turn that off so I don't have to listen to it while I'm trying to read that.
There was a crack in the lake house. The Marmonts had let the lake in, but the water could not flow.
Born in New York,
became
New York.
trapped,
Currently
stagnant,
residing in New York,
went
New York.
bad. The truth
Married
was
to
controlled here.
Ametha
The art
Booker,
was
no
not
known
art,
children or dependents,
just
no
content for the
paracriminal
experiment.
affiliations found. Located in Bright Falls, Washington. Writer and director of 5 stage plays, unsuccessful, confirmed artist, designation, author, playwright. Disclaimer, background
There was a
investigation
crack
performed
in the lake house.
in a very short
The
amount of time
Marmonts
per
had let the
instruction.
lake
As a
in,
result, the information
but the
contained in
water
this
could
report
not
is not
flow.
comprehensive
It
and
became
possibly
trapped,
erroneous.
stagnant, went bad.
Project Artist.
truth
Initial
was
findings
controlled
report.
here.
Tamitha
The art
Madison
was not
Booker.
art,
Born in Atlanta,
just
Georgia. Currently
content for
resides
the
in New York, New York.
experiment.
Married to Edward Franklin Booker. No known children or dependents. No paracriminal affiliations found. Located in Bright Falls, Washington as of 9/10/23. Author of 3 commercially successful true
There was a
crime books.
crack
First
in the
published.
lake house.
The first publication
The
was Poetry
Marmonts
Collection,
had let the
unsuccessful.
lake in,
Confirmed
but
artist
the water
designation,
could
author,
not
poet.
flow.
Disclaimer,
It became
background investigation
trapped,
performed in a very short amount of
stagnant,
time per
went bad.
instruction. Yeah, same
The
thing.
truth was controlled here. The art was not art, just content for the experiment.
Quick save. Cool, cool.
Please don't let this be what I think it is. As you know by now, typewriters and Cauldron Lake do not mix. And a room full of them all clacking away. 100% bad news.
I don't have the clearance for that door yet. This one, though. Progress report, typewriter brand investigation. Investigation into the precise brand and model of typewriter used by Alan Wake with the intent to use this particular brand for redacted, and the ATDs continues to be unsuccessful. Of course, is contacted with discretion. Wake's publishing house, result no useful information. Wake's agent, refused to discuss client matters. Wake's spouse, result refused to discuss, redacted. Result, no useful information. Checked all available online interviews, publications, elements pertaining to Alan Wake, no useful information. Relevant team will continue to explore alternative sources of information. The ATDs will continue to operate.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, welcome in. The ATDs will continue to be operated with the available typewriters until Wake's preferred brand is known. Theoretically, replicating Alan Wake's style of writing via the same brand of typewriter used by the author should yield optimal results. The project director has indicated that a similar investigation should be launched into the brand and type of ink used in Wake's typewriter. What if he doesn't have a preference? What if he just uses what's available? Also, it's surprising that Alan still uses a typewriter. Still don't have clearance for that door. Research notes. Content of Wake's manuscript. We have begun to find pages from a manuscript very likely written by Alan Wake, para-utilitarian, and suspect of past cases involving the Cauldron Lake AWE. Though I do not like to bring myself or my biases into my work, I must do so here to address the matter being examined. As reference for any future readers, I am Dr. Diana Marmont, co-head of research in the Lake House facility. The page we recently found summarizes my life with Jules Marmont, husband and co-researcher. It has turned us into characters for its story, making generalizations and assumptions that I must attempt to evaluate without emotion or prejudice. The accuracy of the writing is intriguing. The reports are passed in the bureau, but also details inner thoughts that an outside recorder would have no way of knowing. Jules and I have indeed been having more and more interpersonal conflict in past years. This raises many questions. How does Wake, wherever he is writing this from, get his information? Or was the page itself determining these emotions and events? I cannot believe that the scope of Wake's ability goes so far as to have dictated my entire career at the FBC, and if it did, would it matter? Even if a person knew their life was being driven by an external force, would it change their nature, their behavior, their personality? My disagreements with Jules are not sudden shifts in personality, but rather a growing resentment. I firmly believe that, though I have no evidence to prove it, which brings me to a new research query for our team. What methodology can one use to prove that their actions, their minds, their love, or animosity are theirs to control?
March 7th, 2018. Notes regarding Dr. Emil Hartman, founder of the Cauldron Lake. Attempt to control the power of the shadow.
Neil Hartman.
His notes, which were confiscated by the Bureau after his arrest in 2010. Overall, Hartman's work was sloppy. Complete disregard for proper scientific method. But he was bold enough to try something we hadn't. Our procedural writing machines are promising, but we could understand the effects of Cauldron Lake's threshold much better by observing live artists in action. Thanks to Hartman, we even have a list of prospects. Next step is to send Dr. Darling a request to bring some into the lake house for analysis.
Analysis. Mystery on the poet and Can I go through this door? Oh, cool paint. This is gonna... Can't fight them. Oh, that's dead people.
Shit. I can never say no to extra firepower.
My inventory space upgraded. What did I grab? Besides a shotgun. I knew I grabbed a shotgun.
Back where I started. Spatial recurrence. Usually observes the law of three.
Same things? Yeah. Facial recurrence.
This contrived overlap rebounded on itself,
That's new though.
compressing, compounding, reflecting, and refracting. An urban legend and a murder in constant imbalance. Cause and effect hopelessly tangled. Arranged wrong, the dream logic flawed, the feedback loop doubled and redoubled, out of control. The pressure kept building,
Control?
looking for release.
Story's trying to nut.
This
Reset.
contrived overlap rebounded on itself, compressing.
Quick save.
Doubled and redoubled, out of control.
Oh,
Shadow is here.
okay, that's fine.
Bet you could put a flashlight.
There's a bunch of them though. Go. Be dead. Let's run. Oh, yeah, I forgot that they throw shit. Wrong button. Oh, what? Let's, how many? There you go. Speedy. Probably
Staff
heal.
mother had been corrupted. Shit just kept getting worse.
Yeah, that sucked. I wish I had some sort of melee attack. I mean, it makes sense that I don't. But I still wish I did. Very red down here still. Any stuff? Please be stuff. No stuff. I'm out of batteries. Don't. Leave rules of 3. Can't open a drawer. Everything's still the same? Calibration, yeah, sounds like it.
Loop 3. Should be the last one.
I keep coming back to this page. The author's clearly awake. It's like he's warning us. But about what? I mean, what does it mean?
Read it.
This page scared Jules away from the work on Wake's writing. A coward can't stand risk. But science is risk. For me, this is proof that we are going in the right direction.
Not gonna read it, huh?
I just need Rudolph Lane's paintings to lead to more pages so that hopefully one day we can understand.
Oop. Okay.
I keep coming back to this page. The
Okay.
author's
Got two
clearly awake.
batteries.
It's like he's warning us. But about
Load that. Does it hold 4? That's... Oh, 6. Sick. Blood on the ground.
back to this page.
Ah. Aha. We just have to sprint into the darkness? What are you showing me?
Ugh, locked. Maybe there's another way in.
Okay. We can get in here. Alright, so we got a power thing.
Controllable shifting phenomena.
Gonna suck, right? Am I gonna get attacked on my way? Or is this just meant to build tension? other one. Supposed to be one on each side. Makes sense. This one is actually a... Yeah, okay. Instead of it just being on a shelf. Does this need to be turned back on? Oh. Painting. Let's talk, buddy.
You again. What
happened to you?
happened to you? Did the people here do this to you?
Are you the painter?
Alan Wake's writing is being studied here. Do you know anything about him?
Names don't matter. 1,000 more to come.
They say clear communication is the key to any relationship. You and I have some work to do there. You said Marmonts before. Do they do this? Where are they now?
Stephen King.
Tell me where they are. Christ.
Okay.
It's fixated on the Marmonts. What did they do?
Okay, but I didn't get any new clearance, so backtrack.
A threshold is the connection between a foreign reality and our own. Now, they all have their own rules, strange as they are, but the further down I went, the more chaotic this one got. Clearly, this was the Cauldron Lake threshold, but something was wrong. Well, more wrong than usual.
Sublevel 1.
Lunge. Something looks wrong here. Everything's okie dokie. So welcome in, welcome in. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. I mean, I know what I'm supposed to be doing. I just don't know how doing it. Because on this floor there are these entities that I can't fight because I need a special gun. And I can't get access to the gun unless I can find a key card. And I've gone to the 3 floors available to me. Haven't found the key card. Looking from your TV for a bit? Okay, so you're relatively aware of what's going on? See the fucking thing? Options, hold on. This down a little bit. Bring this up a little bit. saw you. Is there a place that I didn't miss, or that I did miss because of shifting the area? Or does shifting the area just result in, like, getting access to the elevator? So there's the gun I
Open
need.
it from this side.
Can't open it from this side. I can get in through there. How do I get that door? Yeah, it's a level 2 that I need. I need to reshift this, go to a different floor.
First off, a huge thank you to everyone here.
I can actually hear him now.
The Lake House has made amazing strides in researching the AWE here at Cauldron Lake. Great work, team. I want
Casper motherfucking Darling.
I could check in on the latest work. I won't get in the way. It's not our view, so no reason to be scared. Did you hear that, Dr. Marmont? While I'm here, I want to focus on the relationship between the Shadow and the AWE site below the lake. The theory that the Shadow even originates from the dimension this threshold is tapping into is compelling. Eventually, I want to understand how this dimension manages
Oh, it's directional.
to convert subjective elements
only
like
hear it out of my
art
right ear.
into objective reality. What are the constraints of this phenomenon? Can I say
Now the
create
left ear.
altered items or even objects of power simply by manifesting them via a piece of art? These are the things we need to know to accurately classify the Shadow. I mean, that name is not very scientific. I mean, who came up with that? Shadow. So, any and all proposals are welcome. Anything testing art's effect on reality by using the Shadow's energy is preferred. To find answers, we'll first need a lot of data. No wrong answers. And when I return to the oldest house, I'll take back anything we end up with to run against a classified project called Hedron to build a comparative data set.
Edrin.
I wish I could tell you more. It's very, very exciting. Non-physical forces in. No, sorry, I really can't. It is. You know what? Maybe some of you can come visit. We'll have to get you clearance, of course, but at that, maybe that can. You know what? I don't want to take the entire day talking. So, the Shadow represents a whole new area of research, and I couldn't.
Want to see what my interpretive dance produces from the lake?
It is a great.
You have to go to Washington. Cauldron Lake, Washington. Bing, bing. Probably be some pretty zany stuff, though. Also, Casper is the same voice actor as Alan. Doesn't have the same body model, but Casper is the same voice as him. Do I have to go back to second floor? I guess the first time I went to the second floor, it was just one path that led to a painting that yelled at me. According to this, there is more to that floor.
Level-wide lockdown in effect. Please remain calm.
Was there?
Level-wide lockdown in effect. Please remain calm.
Hey, Shadowman.
Don't open while the floor's on lockdown.
This place looks a lot like the oldest house, which is pretty cool. Level 3 clearance for that one. It doesn't really matter if I get the doctor's card, which is what I'm looking for. He's got the highest clearance. You're all going to die down here. Clown. Vandalize text. 0% effort. Okay. Tried to startle me. Guys aren't like my dudes, right? They're just FBC people.
We're shooting. Hope that glass is thick.
She thick. Wow. Nothing. Rude. Lots of stuff to find. I like that. Catcher? So, the bathrooms don't lock during a lockdown. Where I came from. Yeah. Got anything on you, bud? Death? Got it. Understood. Subjects biting must feature. Did anyone explain any of this to him? Darkness, water, Marmonts, Jules and Diana, the lake house, conflict. You're writing, it's gotta have conflict. Come on, bud. Retrieval order. Acquisition team is hereby approved to acquire additional research subjects for ongoing study related to Project Armistice. The Lake House facility. Prioritize outcomes as ordered below. Both subjects brought to the Lake House for study. Ametha Booker. Her work is more commercially successful, thus more likely to yield results based on proven cases. Edward Booker. Less successful than Tamitha, but theater is more widely recognized as art than true crime novels. Observe the subjects at a distance and only move to acquire if the opportunity arises. Under no circumstances can this operation draw the attention of local law enforcement. Signed, Dr. Diana Marmont, co-head of research. Marmonts. What do you say? Official review. Booker's writing. First piece of content, calm down, produced by a subject is severely disappointing. It is not remotely similar to the content to the wake pages we provided as reference. Why is it so focused on my marriage? Why is Jules the protagonist? Why is it set in an actual lakeside cabin? And what is happening at the end? What the hell is in the sky? Did anyone brief Booker about the concepts he has to write about? Lake House, the shadow? We need him to match Wake's style exactly. It's not going to work if he has no clue what he's writing about. We need to get this sorted. We need progress now. Why isn't he taking this seriously? When I spoke to him, he thought I was an actor. I want him to understand how serious we are, whatever it takes. Continue the story from page ID AW002. Match the tone, style, and content of AW002 as closely as possible. The crack was an emotional one. A line right through their marriage, their foundation, the lake house, their lake house. These thoughts and more flooded Jules' mind as he stared out through the lakeside cottage's windows. The sun was setting on a stormy day. Rain, heavy clouds hung low. Weighed down with a burden of purpose, Diana sat in her favorite desk chair, staring out across the lake's rippling surface. He watched the breeze catch her acorn hair. As if sensing his gaze, she turned her head. Jules looked away, flustered, then annoyed with himself for letting her affect him this way. He grabbed the bottle of red wine, poured himself a generous serving. He kept pouring, his mind distracted by a thought. How did he get here? They had been in the lab, running an experiment. Then they were here. Why? He remembered thinking that a break from the lab would give them some space to reconnect, mend the crack. But he couldn't remember ever leaving. Wine was flowing over the rim of his cup, though he didn't even notice. He put down the bottle, scanning the lake. A faint shimmer hung in the air on the far side of the lake, like light hitting glass. The sort of thing you only notice if you were looking for it. He felt like he had seen something like this before, but where? Jules! Diana's cry snaps Jules back into the present. He was staring up at the sky in panic. A deep shadow crept across the deck. Jules ran to the door to his wife. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Holy shit! Can we have weekly gossip calls? Or we can have weekly gossip calls, promise. It should start here, huh? Jules just sent out a memo asking us to spy on his wife's project. Remember when we made fun of his stupid project names and science factoids? Simpler times. He really did that? Diana's gonna slit his throat if she finds out. Haha. Those two are such a hot mess. I got drinks with Perry last night, and he told me Jules is withholding Wake's pages from Diana's team. He told her they went missing. Crazy shit. All to mention you two were thinking about asking for a transfer. You'd really leave me here all alone? You have weekly gossip calls, promise. Attention. I've already read this one. Read this one. Hello, gentle reminder, I've read this one. I've read this one.
Finally, someone who isn't a painting.
What? Oh.
Hey, hello. Who are you?
Sorry, I got a flow going. Can we do this later?
No, we cannot. I'm Agent Kieran Estevez. I'm with
you
the
writing with a
government and I
pencil?
need your name.
I'm Ed Booker, the playwright. And I'm hitting my stride here, so can you guys stop with all that banging and screaming? It's throwing me off.
Where do you think you are?
Where do you think you are right now?
In an immersive writing workshop.
Well, bad news, it's not a writing workshop. Good news, it's not a writing workshop.
Right. It's a government facility studying the power of creativity. That makes
yeah.
way more sense.
Look around you. How is this a workshop?
You have to stay in character. I get that. I'm in the theater business too. And look, the sets, the costumes, all great in that, campy, 70s sci-fi kind of way. But you could dial down the role-playing like 15, 20%. Just some professional advice.
What are you doing?
What are you even doing? What are you writing?
Well, after you all abducted me in the woods, I've been working on this manuscript you gave me because you need it for some experiment or something. I kind of forget the premise. But, I've had this block lately, and filling in the gaps of this story has really loosened me up. Copying the style is a nice constraint, but I still have lots of room to play. It's a solid creative exercise.
They put.
Sir, whether you are aware of it or not, there is a situation here. I need you to stay in your cell until I can resolve the matter, okay?
I don't think he can leave. He's in a cell.
Got it. Hey, no one's been around with food for a while. I could go for some dinner when you have a second. Oh, and can I get my phone back? I want to call my wife. I don't know how Tammy found you guys, but she killed it. 5 stars all around.
Yeah, I'll get right on that.
I'm guessing she's in the other cell. Say shadow monsters represent capitalism? Hey. Work order. Wall removal and transport. Location, sublevel 2, Lane's cell. Marmont, Jules, co-head of research. Work required. A section of the cell's southern wall needs to be removed for transport to sublevel 5 for analysis. Urgency. High. Tools required. It is not my job to know which tools you use to cut concrete walls. It is your job. Additional details. Important. The wall must be removed very carefully. The painting on the interior side of the wall must not be damaged. Okay, so the painting that they're talking about is the one that keeps yelling at me. Oh.
I wonder what happened here.
Jules Marmont looked at the painting. He didn't understand it. Saw only random whirls of color. Drugging Lane made him more compliant, but his work had turned abstract. Jules needed more art his team could parse, could test, trial and error. These abstract explosions of color complicated the data. His grip tightened around the letter opener in his hand. The piece of art he needed was hidden inside Lane. If Jules could simply cut the painter open and pull the painting out of him, he would. The overhead lights flickered. Jules would make Lane cooperate. No more drugs. Less carrot, more stick. Jules
Painter
had to go
spilled their
faster.
jam.
He wouldn't lose to Diana. Nothing else mattered.
Boysenberry? Current situation. As of yesterday, subject refuses to touch his supplies. He claims he will not paint anymore and wishes to leave. Subject's refusal has effectively halted all research. While the team can continue to run tests on the backlog of paintings, they estimate that there is little new information to gain. The subject must continue to paint if work is to proceed. However, the team is concerned that convincing the subject with force or coercion may only entrench him further in his position. Actions to be taken. Dr. Jules Marmont, co-head of research and project lead, has suggested that a high dose of Redacted be introduced to the subject's food to cure his Redacted. If the subject's attitude does not improve, then low dose of Redacted will be introduced in order to improve his compliance. Subject condition report, Redacted, background information. Rudolph Lane, subject P, has shown a decline in Redacted over the past several months. Initially, his Redacted presented as an increase in resistance, frequently declining requests to work. However, given time and pressure, subject would always relent. Subject's attitude towards art has also undergone a change recently. He is disinterested in his work, quickly becoming frustrated and sometimes even damaging or destroying the piece before it is completed. In the past few months, his work has become much more abstract, no longer showing true-to-life subjects or landscapes, but rather conceptual art that is much harder to define or categorize. Whether this sudden interest in abstraction was a form of rebellion, a consequence of growing Redacted, or source of genuine artistic interest is unknown. Jam. They added jam to his food.
I can't
Why?
paint anymore. I know you want me to paint, but I can't. I'm empty. Rudolph, now you love to paint.
Armadillo in the boat.
You're such a talent. This is just the classic artist slump. No. I hate it. It's just taking from me now. When can I leave? You said you'd let me leave. Rudolph, but you volunteered to come, remember? We are helping you, like Dr. Hartman did. Perhaps you need to see our doctor?
Dr. Hartman was a douche,
I
though.
can arrange that. No, that's... I am feeling better. Much better. I will paint. This is wonderful to hear, Rudolph. I knew you would come back to your old self.
Are they both German? Ooh, 2 different drawers to open? Nothing. A flare? This definitely makes me want to play Control. Guy's dead. Killed your jam, bud. Those are huge bags of pistachios. Do they have prices on them? How much do you think that bag of pistachios would cost? Maybe like $15? Imagine putting $15 into a vending machine. Do not copy Wake manuscript pages. That bag is like 70% air. That's how they get their air down here. Bring it in the pistachio bags. Open. Give me bullets. Nothing? Nothing in the bullet box? I got in this room. There's a compooper over there. Is that how I shut down the lockdown? Unleash the beast. Boom. Hey, the key card. Sorry, you're dead.
Access card. Sorry, but I need this.
Something made a ba-boonk noise. America fell over.
How many paintings did they have this guy make?
Catalog of Rudolph Lane production. Multipass. Ilu Dallas Multipass? From painting sessions on Redacted. Designation black circular shape among yellow lines. An uneven circle painted in dark black in the foreground with jagged yellow-brown mustard lines behind it. Lines sometimes overlap with each other and or bleed into a black circle. Designation lone tree at night. A dark green tree, pine, standing in the dark landscape, presumably night. Empty road in forest. A dark gray streak across a dark green landscape, presumably a forest at night. Gray streak is likely to be road due to its location, color, and the way its width reduces in line with perspective. Small white shape in the road could be a page of writing by Alan Wake. Relevant teams have been informed and are searching for this site now to attempt page retrieval. Yellow crescent shape on blank canvas. Curved yellow shape in a roughly crescent shape pointed out or onto an otherwise empty canvas. Possibly a crescent moon or banana, unfinished piece. Red, yellow, and green circle. 3 uneven circles. 1 red, 1 yellow, 1 green, roughly arranged in a vertical line. Background is black, gray, with dark red streaks along the border of the canvas, possibly a traffic light. Cityscape with blue-gray sky. Gray vertical shapes, likely the skyline of a city. In the bottom third of the canvas is a vivid blue-gray sky. Geometric shapes painted in thin white lines can barely be made out among the colors of the sky. Black void. A deep black void covering the entire canvas with few small specks of dark or light gray able to be seen on close inspection. Large variety of black spirals. A large number of rough spirals painted in black, ranging in size from that of a quarter to that of a basketball. Though the canvas appears quite covered, it is blank aside from spirals. Round shape with horns. Round shape, vaguely triangular, with what are presumably horns extending from the shape. Likely an animal head, possibly a deer or elk. Black background. The Pooter. Or 2169. There's a lot of numbers on here. 170. 24. I'm only doing the highlighted numbers. Another 24. 171. 44. 45, 25. That won't work.
Nope. done?
The numbers that are on there might be just not relevant. Where do these footsteps go? I think maybe there's a 42666. Let's try it.
Damn it.
No one's... That's sad. I'm thinking maybe the footsteps lead to it. Jump scare. Three headshots. Oh, look, a calendar. 2023 September. Effective September 13th. So it could be 2023-13. Passwords must be reset daily. Yeah, okay, I read that already. It's a printed out email. Bye. Made these that reservation for our anniversary, which I certainly never forget was a week from this Friday. Let's take separate cars from the office and have the bosses see us leaving together now that those hypocrites have banned inter-office relationships. Have a good day. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. 2023 plus a day, which would be 2023-22. That might be for this computer. Oh. Maintain that seeing a movie together does not begin a relationship. Today's password is the date of our special unforgettable anniversary plus brown shape with horns. Love you. Okay. I figured it out. 44 is right, yeah. So I guess you're telling me you don't know when our anniversary is. Well, good luck with that. Yeah, the Marms are losing it. Big surprise. I bet Diana set Jules' background to the big old turd or something. Once again, making their shitty marriage everyone else's problem. The password you sent didn't work. Black Void is 44, right? From the list of Lane's paintings. I need to get in, or this is going to be a total waste of a Wednesday. Can you believe the new password policy? What security concerns are they even talking about? We're fenced off government bunker in the middle of nowhere. I think they're getting paranoid. Anyway, I set the terminal's password, new password, like the memo suggested. Our anniversary is the base number, then Black Void. Anniversary. Okay. 0922 Black Void. His valid concerns, that man is a tyrant speaking up about safety for no reason to fire someone. I knew it. She was way too vocal in last week's all hands meeting. Just found out what happened to Trisha. Jules fucking fired her. Okay, so it was Black Void, but they changed it, right? Yeah. But this is the first one, and then they changed it for this one. which will be brown ship with horns. So it's 09, 23, and then 44. 09, 23, 44. Sorry, 09, 22, 44.
That's not right.
I did the avoid one, not the horns one. The forehead. 25.
And there.
Deactivate lockdown.
Lockdown lifted. You are now safe to resume working.
This is the first time I've This is the first time I've ever seen like a blank emote slot on the. It eventually popped up with the smart.
You copy?
No, turn back. Area is extremely hostile. Fucking radios.
Area is
They're on floor one.
extremely fucking
I'll need
hostile.
help.
Find a way to get the key card and gun by exploring the facility. That means I need to get back to level 2 or 1 to get the Blackrock gun. Annual save? Ooh. How did I not open this before? I think I did and it was empty, so it must have just closed on its own. Doors open. Combatants. This is possibly gonna get dicey. If you can maintain getting headshots, take him out in 4 hits. Barely any wasted ammo. Bunch of zombie nerds. Nope, nope. I just shoot from the hip and I aim for the head. Oh, so many things. Bullets and batteries. Is that batteries? I think that's batteries. Bullets. Reload this. I'm pretty sure there's an achievement for finding everything. ATD progress review. Cool. Too much overlap between tone and style. Merge. Word choice good, but incomprehensible. Structural improvement, repetition issue was solved with sufficient rounds of refinement. Refinement plus time equals progress. Style, tone, prioritize over comprehensibility, negative progress. Hello? Making progress again, individual elements are strong, but ATD's lacking awareness and intention is a blocker. Input, non-wake reference material, source human subject, use staff as writers, risk of data skew. Some of it isn't. Why are you not working? Need more Wake reference materials. Critical. Don't know why it's not working. Dark, 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 dark. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. Dark, screamed the darkness. A dark reminder of the dark's inner darkness. A well of darkness. A vortex. Like black paint. Darker and darker and darker. So dark the darkness could hardly see. Dark figure emerged from the darkness, facing the darkness with dark intent. Dark knife glinted in the dark, darkly. Dark like the dark eye of a dark raven. Dark feathers rustling in the dark night sky. No moon. Moon had been eaten by the dark. The dark drank it. And the sun. The dark moon rose over the dark sun that had set into the darkest dark's darkness. The darkness darkened darkly, darkening the dark dark until it dimly darkened even the darkest dark. Once upon a dark time, Mr. Dark darkened the dark doorway darkly. ATD Lot 311, page 10. The wrought snail beamed, wooden grain bent from the owl, egg mail, 4 forms in the glass eye and melt. A cracked page booked through from down in bark. I grow and longer with the low dark sea. No one found. Egg mail heaven. Pour during out. E chin. When all scream in blue and the axe vermilion, the day is a round. Flat across evening, the water murmurs in light bulb trees. Round the cat! The night glares in all streets. The coffee deers run. Beer drinks locks by windy cottages and black fires in the same mirrors. A mist heavies in Panic Mountain. Eggmail heaven. The dark woods rattled darkly. Flashlight peered into the deep darkness and the dark shivered. Flashlight scowl. A woodsman came with an axe. The woodsman's teeth screamed. Flashlight screamed too and was cut in half. Blood mixed with the darkness, a dark blend. Pistol looked at Flashlight in shock. There was nowhere to run, he realized, but he ran away. He ran into the deep dark of the woods. The woodsman rattled behind them, bouncing through the trees. Pistol knew it had nowhere to run. Pistol drew his pistol and turned to face his death. The woodsman emerged, and Pistol opened fire. Pistol's pistol flashed in the dark night. Once, twice, thrice, the woodsman fell with a clatter. Pistol breathed, in and out, in and out. Pistol looked at each tree, in and out. He was safe. Pistol grabbed the woodsman's axe and plugged it into his pistol to charge it. He went to check on Flashlight. Pistol checked each half of Flashlight. She was dead. He knew it. Pistol screamed at the trees. The trees screamed back. The woodman came with an axe. He was really excited about the axe. Those were good stories. I loved them. Wow, that was loud. Calm yourself. Nothing? Ain't nothing? Veronica, open the door, please. Veronica, open the door. Can we not fight anymore, please? Veronica, open the door. Have you seen Heathers, the musical? You seem like the type who would have seen Heathers, the musical.
When we think of art successfully affecting reality, we always think of Alan Wake and his writing.
Not the musical? Okay. I haven't seen it either.
Could be due to recency bias or simply the amount of recorded evidence skewing our opinion. But also, I wonder if writing's very nature is an advantage. Text can describe events in such explicit detail. The story gives the shadow a blueprint, a map of what to make real. But not
the darkness is so loud.
Music, sculpture, dance, cuisine. In our case, a painting. When the source material is open to interpretation, how will the shadow choose to interpret it? I think Diana will find the question very interesting.
Black Sharpie, black.
Most likely,
dry erase marker.
Already has an answer. That's why I love her.
Black dry erase marker that was stolen from the ground floor. Sir, can you dark a little lighter? It's kind of loud. Pow! it's a big guy. Hey, that guy. Oh, holy shit. Did he regain his darkness? So this guy, I'm pretty sure this is the model of the guy that runs the Panopticon in Control. Well, I'm out of batteries. I need batteries. What are you gonna do with that? Is that death? Nope, not death. Come on. Okay, out control. You get it? I suppose I could have used a flare, huh? Got a bag on his head. Where'd he go? Is that everyone? We good? Or is there still one back here? I suspect that he went through and then came back out. Balloons. Why has this place got balloons? Team notice. You may know a valued member of our team was recently reassigned off of Project Arbitus. Arla Livingston designs and engineering expertise were a key part of the creation of the ATDs. Their contribution to the project cannot be overstated. The project team should rest assured that their reassignment was an error and should be corrected soon. Our project director, Dr. Diana Marmont, would like to remind all team members that any directives or assignments from Dr. Jules Marmont have no bearing on Arbitus staff and should be ignored. Thank you for your attention. Marmots. Found the elevator. Oh, alright. That was rude. That was incredibly fucking rude. Hello. Is there? Oh, I was gonna say, is there nothing else in this room except for the dead person? Or Rudolph Lane. In 2010, Lane was inadvertently involved in the AWE 35 while residing at the Cauldron Lake Lodge, where he lived under the care of Dr. Emil Hartman. See case number 74WA004 for information. RE, his crimes and arrest. Lane was seriously injured during the AWE. He received medical care in Seattle for 2 months, during which time he was questioned and cleared by the FBC staff. After the Cauldron Lake Lodge was seized and closed by the FBC, Lane moved to Watery, Washington, where he currently resides. Recent surveillance confirms he has no known personal relationship or affiliation with paranatural groups. As requested, the observation team has confirmed that Lane continues to paint as of the date of this report. No, nothing to open. Open. Nothing. A glove. Where I came from. Where I couldn't go before. Yeah, baby. Reading report, threshold activity. Readings collected over the last 48 hours show a rising increase in activity stemming from the Cauldron Lake threshold, likely indicating an imminent AWE scenario. The highest recorded reading exceeded the safety limit, necessitating a general alert and requesting assistance from the assigned AWE response team. However, no alert or contact with external teams has been made per the recent amends to the procedure. As specified, the monitoring team will take no action until sign-off from either Dr. Marmot or Dr. Marmot has been received. Considering the rate of escalation that recent data indicates, the monitoring team strongly recommends that the AWE response team be contacted immediately. Signed, Harris Cruz, lead threshold and analyst. Analyst. Are you openable? What room did I go in where I got bashed? Good, bud? Alright. Just chilling. Big chilling. Bing chilling.
My team was on sublevel 1. I knew they were in danger.
Because that's where the paint creatures are.
The Marmonts turned innocent people into tools using the FBC's authority. They thought they were untouchable out here, hidden away in the woods. No. Actions have consequences. And I'm the consequences.
Your team sounds like they're getting deaded. Are you able to get that guy a snack in his phone, I wonder? Doesn't seem like it.
You fucking bastard!
Was that Dr. Marmont?
Jules Marmont killed my team. He was taken by the Shadow.
Let's touch this.
Up here.
Right room? Up, Casper. That was not the right room. Right room. One over here. No, you don't get to do that. You don't get to slurp out of paintings like that. what we like to call incredibly not the right door. We call rude, incredibly rude. It's this door.
These panels are blocking the door.
So what? I'm still gonna unlock it. I'll deal with the mechanics now. Boom, boom. Okay, nailed me. I don't have any heals. How what I meant to do? Hey, let's use that real quick. Groovy. Groovy. That's groovy. Got the firing mechanism working. It's throwing the test projectiles good distance. Turned out pretty nicely. The fittings between the grenade launcher and custom components are a bit loose. No proper lathe here, but at least it works. Now I need some actual Blackrock for the tests. I know there's some on sub-level 5, but the acting inventory supervisor doesn't get access to the floor. Next step, source Blackrock. Okay, level 3
This should
security
get me
clearance.
down to sub-level 5. And this should get me past any other problems.
Room getting darker. Charge Blackrock launcher by holding down R2. Charge shot. Go further and deal more damage on impact.
There was a crack in the lake house. The Marmonts had let the lake in, but the water could not flow. It became trapped, stagnant, went bad. The truth was controlled here. The art was not art, just content for the experiment. The contrived overlap rebounded on itself, compressing, compounding, reflecting and refracting. An urban legend and a murder in constant imbalance, cause and effect hopelessly entangled. Arranged wrong, the dream logic flawed. The feedback loop doubled and redoubled, out of control. The pressure kept building, looking for a release.
Sounds like Alan doesn't like AI art. Door open. Zero 021219. Reassignment. Hello, Carla. I've decided to reassign you from Project Romnus. Inventory Management. Your title will be changed from Senior Researcher to Active Inventory Supervisor, effective immediately. You may find this change sudden, but I have no doubt someone with a nut allergy like yourself will prefer to work alone in an inventory booth than out in the open where dangerous pies may be waiting to hurt you. Perhaps some hard work will keep you from making any more unfounded HR complaints. Regards, Dr. Jules Marmont, co-head of research. Attention all staff. There is a significant amount of Blackrock missing. Okay. Sensitivity reminder. Yep. High day. Yep. Read those. Marmont is an asshole. I have 5 shots with this.
Finally! Something works on these bastards.
What I was hoping. And now I have to get back to the button to shift this floor around. There were 2 of those guys, weren't there? I think there were 2. At least 2, I should say. Quick save. Button. Sounds like there's more than 2. Do I waste it? We're gonna go to 4. I should
The
have not
Shadow
done
had
that.
changed Jules Marmont into a hostile, paranatural entity. That made everything simpler. No arrest, no paperwork. I could put him down like the monster he was.
Mirror, please hold.
This is not level 4.
Please hold. Please hold.
You'll get yelled at by a wall.
The Marmonts were holding a painter here. Rudolph Lane.
Are you Rudolph
Does that
Lane?
ring a bell?
The shame of a man.
I
Think
think
you are real?
you are, or were, Rudolph Lane.
Himself, a self-portrait. Make them see.
Look, I might be able to help you. But I need information, cooperation.
No brush, just himself.
Rudolph Lane was dying. Both murderer and victim. Red hues ran down his hands. Was it scarlet or cadmium? Too vivid to be maroon. Names don't matter, he decided. Color was pure. Inspiring.
Lurk, have fun
For
with
the
your lurk.
first time in years, he wanted to paint. A self-portrait. To say goodbye. No. To make them remember. To make them see what they did. He slapped his hands against the wall to steady himself. He began from there. No brush. Just himself. The strokes were crude. Violent. The pain, misery, and hate he'd endured there. The fire in his eyes and hands and bones all spread into the shape of a man. It was quick. Natural. Like a heart attack. He slumped down to the floor, smiling at the anger he left smeared across the wall.
Like poop. Alright, what floor? I was just on floor 2. There was a level 3 clearance area on this floor.
Sublevel 2.
Got it. That Marmont or is that Casper?
Lane was found dead in his cell this morning.
Marmont.
It's an unfortunate setback. door is closed, a window is opened. I believe that's the saying.
What a
Lane
cock.
may be gone, but he left us with a goodbye present. A final piece of art. This piece is different. It's raw emotion, pure truth. He put everything he had into this one.
Literally.
Literally.
I wrote this game.
Every reading we take is off the charts. This is what we have been waiting for. It is the key. I will achieve what no one has before me. Not Darling, that arrogant shit.
Darling is not arrogant.
Not my selfish harpy or the wife.
So, we have a painter and a painting that can talk. Clearly connected. But Lane was dead before any of this even happened.
I never needed any of them. The fools will finally see me for the genius I am.
Stop talking so I can walk away, please. Yeah, okay. Don't got much left for that. They're bullets. Dr. Jules Marmont, co-head of research, Project Romnus, staff. Status of Project Arbutus. As a head of research at the Lake House, it is important that I am informed of all proceedings at this facility. Since the other Dr. Marmont is failing to provide me with the details about her team's progress, I ask that you all seek information from members of her team. Anyone who comes to me with details on Project Arbutus' current progress will be rewarded. Regards, Dr. Jules Marmont, co-head of research. Or like 4 head of research. Got him. Anything else in this room? No? Was there anything else that I couldn't open previously? That's open. Is there anything in this area? Both of these are open. Maybe that door? Although it looks green, so I think that's open. Got a shelter. Okay, yeah, so I've been in there. I got jump scared. We have to try to hit level 3. Is that elevator still there? No. Go to level 3. See if there's... I know there's... I think there's a... I'm pretty sure there's a door on level 3. We'll try 4 again, and then we'll try 5. paint on me.
Sublevel 3.
I'm gonna avoid killing them if I can. They only got 2 shots left. This was the looping one. There was, yeah, there's one. There's one on the other side too, right? Yeah. Beep.
Jules' team has found new pages written by Wake. He must have gotten Rudolph Lane painting again. His bullshit pedestrian methodology cannot produce results before mine. I have to go faster, no matter the cost. We're still behind our projections. The more the machines can produce, the closer we can calibrate them to Wake's style. But proper calibration takes a lot of raw material, and production is slow. No. We're changing directions. The hypothesis remains unchanged. Imitating Wake's writing style will allow us to generate art capable of linking with the threshold.
Okay.
Our live subject should match Wake's style much faster. People can be calibrated just like a machine. You simply have to push the right buttons.
They're both losing their minds. Use art with the power the shadow must first define art. Thesis. Does a critic define what is art? Where do we find critics? Kidnap lure in critics? Or the audience? Are we the audience? Must we like the art? What is the role of the artist? Who is an artist? You believe you are an artist? Are you one? Do you need to be good? Does quality matter? Find an artist. A drug-using bum? Often wears a turtleneck and drinks red wine? Left-wing political views? Danger. If left-wing political views made real by the shadow? Any right-wing artists? Not for abstract art or poems. Okay. Any collectibles? Things I can use? No. So, one more door? Are you a level 3 or a level 2? 2. So there shouldn't be paint dudes in here, because I wouldn't have had a gun yet.
Water dripped from the ceiling as Diana stared at the folders stacked on her workstation. Each one was a branch of research. Drip. Some were thin, some thick. They represented years of her life, her work, dissecting the act of creation and examining the bloody pieces. Bringing in live subjects had been her idea. Drip. Bureau leadership denied their request. But after HQ went into lockdown, she took advantage of the chaos and got her artists. Jules had whined about the optics. Diana ignored him. Now in her office below the waterline of Cauldron Lake, she considered how to proceed. Jules was convinced the page they had found would come true. It promised disaster. A situation out of control. Impossible. Diana was always in control. Drip. Drip. She needed answers. She needed to quantify, to define, to control.
I like using the word control. That it? Nothing else? Don't remember where the elevator room was, unless it's just back the way I came. Yeah, looks like the elevator's still there. Oh my god. I have no heals. I wonder if I would have started mashing earlier if I would have been able to avoid the damage I just took.
Wish the elevator would stop moving.
4. That stairs going down. Love a heal. You heal when you go in these rooms? You heal a little bit. Helpful. That's rude. Oh, it's backwards.
Come on.
What? This is definitely like the oldest house.
Okay, black rock powder. Need to keep an eye out for more of these.
Oh, that's ammo. Weird noise. Weird noise. The answer, by the way, was no. I did not get to shake him off before he did damage. Everything's wobbly looking.
Diana sat in her office. A weak desk light kept the darkness around her at bay. The silence of the archive suited her. She scowled at a series of graphs when the room turned red. Alarms blared. Breach detected. Then the walls of the archives rumbled. A tremor in the bones of the facility. One by one, the red lights went dark as a wave of nothing poured in from all sides. Diana stood, but there was nowhere to run. The sheer depth of the darkness terrified her. She realized they had done this. Her and Jules. Their ambition. Their hatred. Her desk lamp flickered. In the brief moment before it all went dark, she thought of Jules' smile.
How sweet. Jesus. There was still someone over here, right? I don't know if I should be expecting more shadow people, like darkness ones, or if I should be expecting more painted guys. I know right here I can get attacked by painted people. Pretty sure that's a round of this in there. It's gone now, so maybe it wasn't.
The lake house was underwater. The Marmont's ambitions had finally been realized. Jules had dangled the painting like a lure and hooked an ocean. Their machines couldn't hold it. A fault in the system. The water rushed in, filled it until it was ready to burst. All their successes and failures had led them here. The work had made them into monsters. But the lake house was still theirs. It always would be. They could feel an outsider trespassing in their labs. "I know you're here," they called out to the dark. They hunted floor by floor. They wouldn't let the intruders stop their progress. This was their home. Their beloved tomb beneath the waves.
And I'm the intruder. 685-298.
Come on.
What? Wait, 685-298. Hard work. Hello, Dr. Marmont. I received your formal complaint about Jules' behavior. Your claim is he maliciously keeping research material away from your team, but he says they have simply misplaced. I understand you are frustrated, but I recommend giving his team a week or so to find the pages and return them to your team. If this issue persists at that point, then let's discuss your desire to escalate this issue. Does that sound agreeable? Start. Diana, considering the details on the new page we have found, I believe we need to abandon the research into Alan Wake's writing. Must not endanger our staff. Regards. Don't pretend like you're worried about them, Jules. Just looking out for your own ass. The fact that the pages are detailing future events means they are the correct method. We have to learn how to harness their power and dictate events to meet our goals, not Wake's. Whatever those may be. The ATDs are producing better and better results. We just need to keep doing the work. No, Diana, I'm looking at a page right now. Constant imbalance, out of control, a crack in the lake house. If we continue with this research, we will lose our facility. Perhaps more than that. What is the point in succeeding if we are dead? I am ahead of research here, and I forbid you from proceeding. You can't forbid anything. You are not going to keep me from the most important work of my life. You are too much of a coward to keep pushing ahead, and I'll finish what we set out to do here alone. We have plenty of ongoing lines of research. I suggest you pick one and leave Wake's writing to me. You always needed me more than I needed you. Diana, I just received a letter from Darling, but a request you made to bring in live subjects. What were you thinking? Do you know how that looks? What did he say? Was it approved? No, he refused. You know, protocol does not allow that sort of thing. He says he will be making a trip to the lake house to check in on us soon. Like we are children. This is very bad for our reputation, Diana. Please, if you have an idea like this, come to me first. Follow-up report, redacted. On the morning of Redacted, the musician held at the lake house for research purposes was discovered missing from her cell. Security footage of the cell the night before was determined damaged by electrical interference of an undetermined nature. Redacted, known professionally as Redacted, had produced a song called 6 Deep Breaths during her time at the lake house that was considered very promising as research material by Dr. Marmont and Dr. Marmont. Redacted somehow used her song to orchestrate her escape. Efforts to find Redacted were brief, with any wider search considered an unacceptable risk to the lake house mandate of confidentiality. Action to be taken. A. An investigation is currently ongoing as to whether any staff at the lake house were involved in the disappearance of Redacted. B. An investigation is currently ongoing as to whether the subject used a song they created as a Redacted means of escape. All materials related to work produced by Redacted will be stored in the archives for future reference. Online checks for public reappearance of Redacted are to be performed weekly. Known web addresses associated with Redacted in the past, known addresses with para-utilitarian AWE activity, Redacted, http thishouseofdreams.blogspot.com, Redacted, Siren Society, Blasted, for up-to-date full list refer to Redacted. The Arbitus, or Project Arbitus, the definition of art, a study by Dr. Diane Marmont. To truly comprehend the threshold within Cauldron Lake, we must first understand its attraction to art. However, even the definition of art is as varied as the range of craft that fall under the name. To that end, we must open a track of research dedicated to defining and quantifying art, ultimately rendering concept into a unit of measurement. To begin, let's not try to understand humanity's definition of art, but rather Cauldron Lake's preferences. Past cases of Cauldron Lake's threshold activity, past cases of Cauldron Lake's threshold affecting reality have centered on writing, Wake 2010, cinematography is also suspected, though not directly confirmed, Zane 1970. What about other mediums? We will need to test the viability of painting, poetry, music, photography, sculpting, dance, and so on, not to mention the myriad of genres or methods within each medium. What about crafts outside the most common artistic expression? Does any act of creation on a high level of expertise merit the title of art? Baking, woodwork, etc.? What about non-physical mediums? Why is music an art and philosophy is not? Does something become art due to its medium, its quality, or perhaps simply through the intent of expression? Or an equation made up of all three? What would be the order of importance? What thresholds must each factor reach for the equation to succeed? Clearly, there is much to determine. We must begin with developing a methodology using a vast range of arts and general creative endeavors, both physical and mental, then find a way to test the potential connection to Cauldron Lake's threshold. Cauldron Lake is an enigma with many layers to pull away. If we are to understand it and ultimately bring it under control, the work will take years.
September 13th, 2023, notes regarding the concept of the tortured artist. A romanticized image of the sensitive artistic temperament, yes. But there may be truth in the cliche. It's no secret Rudolph Lane has been unhappy here for years. But the aggregate data shows his art's viability score trending upward over time. If Jules hadn't neglected to hold regular psychological exams, then we could have quantified the subject's emotional state, creating a sort of distress rating to compare against the art's score. I'll make this a sub-goal of my study of Edward Booker. Once we set the variables and establish a control reading of his art and mental state, then we can begin inducing negative emotion.
Bill's here.
Limited food and water, perhaps. Deep breath. An increasingly tight living space. This is how Jules lost his subject, though. Need to be careful not to leave any sharp objects in Booker's cell.
And another shoe is dropped. What am I? Deep breath. 6 deep breaths, forget all the rest. Sharp pain. Thinking away. What next? Sharp pain.
Another one of these just runs straight into the darkness. It just turned me back around. Anywhere else to go here? Oh. Floor by floor. Annual report, threshold study. Progress in the Lake House's directive to understand and suppress the Cauldron Lake threshold has improved this year. Research into areas of threshold energy detection and measurement make great strides. See report WY113 through WY139. Allowing us to work with the investigations department in the construction of an early warning system near the shore of Cauldron Lake. Exploring the relationship between the shadow and sources of light continues to be difficult without active threshold manifestations to test against. Additional means of containment, defensive measures against the shadows have similarly been difficult to develop without an active AWE, though theoretical research continues. Research into threshold suppression techniques is ongoing with no clear determination regarding the viability possible at this time. The team has been testing counter-frequency projection in the vicinity of Cauldron Lake per mandate V29HED, with all findings being sent to Dr. Darling as requested. Summary: 2017 has been a successful year with further promising breakthroughs predicted for 2018. Signed, Dr. Jules Marmont and Dr. Diana Marmont. Research mandate. Before Dr. Darling was lost in the lockdown of the oldest house, he tasked the Lake House with discovering the nature of the shadow and its ability to convert art into reality. During our diligent research into this phenomena, it has become clear that Darling was not dreaming big enough, which leads us to the new goal of the Lake House and its talented staff, to create a stable connection between the Cauldron Lake threshold and our own dimension. Threshold traversal has only ever been possible inside the oldest house and occasionally during altered world events, though this is often an involuntary process. The Shadow's known attraction to art provides us with perfect opportunity to create the world's first controlled bridge between dimensions that can be safely traversed in either direction. The laboratory will be built on sublevel 5, where experimentation related to linking with the threshold will be performed. This location will take full advantage of our proximity to Cauldron Lake. In this laboratory, we will simultaneously develop machinery that can connect with the AWE site in the lake and use art as a focal point to create the bridge. Precise methods are yet to be determined, though teams will soon be formed to explore processes involving art as a dimensional anchor, reality manipulation via art, and machine-assisted coupling. Signed, Dr. Jules Marmont and Dr. Diana Marmont. I think I've found all the collectibles. Go back upstairs, see if the elevator is still here. Hopefully I don't have to find an alternate elevator. Red.
Gotta find that elevator.
Well, I have a map. I don't know how to use... Yeah. There were 2 question marks there. What is that? Shifting geometry bullshit. Point of interest. Wait. Right, I already found. Shifting geometry bullshit. Any spot in this shifting geometry bullshit that looks like something. What I'm looking for. Oh.
Some big experiment tomorrow. I can't find the details anywhere. That bastard is hiding them. All those years, he steals credit for my ideas and my work.
This doesn't look like Lane's style. A different artist.
Oh, that is really fucking rich, Jules. Oh, and he's reportedly misplaced the manuscript pages I need for my work. Suddenly, the exact pages that I need to reference have just vanished. He is actively impeding critical bureau research. I mean, if he can do that, then what is stopping me from going down to that lab? And I don't know, just inverting the amplifiers or misaligning the receivers or both. It's the same thing in principle. He booked the lab. Some big experiment tomorrow.
I couldn't stop
I can't
thinking
find
about...
the details anywhere. That bastard is hiding them. All those years, he steals credit for my ideas and my work.
Couldn't stop thinking about this new direction the Lake House. After I got back to New York, pivoting to research Threshold Redacted's reality manipulation effect wasn't too much of a shock for you. It seems like your work on containment was stalling, so I decided we could all use a fresh start. Here's something to get you started. Some drawings made by a certain Redacted a while back, file 6D001 through 6D004, found in the attached envelope. As for any reaction they may trigger with the shadow, still don't like how unscientific that name is. You can designate the artist as P6 for your for your records. Expect regular updates. Routine. P6. Is it P6 Dylan?
He booked the lab. Some big experiment tomorrow.
Quick lesson on
I can't
light
find the
switch
details
cords.
anywhere.
If you find one, pull it 3 times.
All those years, he steals credit for my ideas and my work, and now he's scared of being plagiarized? Oh, that is really fucking rich, Jules.
The Ocean View Motel is a dimensional intersection. The doors from the lobby can lead anywhere, but I didn't end up in the lobby this time, which was definitely unusual.
This is the changed, like the hotel, not the motel.
Panopticon? But the Panopticon isn't.
Am I going to the oldest house? It's Dylan. It's not Dylan.
I'm Agent Kieran Estevez, Federal Bureau of Control. Identify yourself.
It's quiet.
Who are you?
It is Dylan.
It's been a long time since I've seen anyone.
There's a sign over there for the Panopticon. The Panopticon's only in New York, in HQ. Is this the oldest house?
I think that's where I am.
So you are inside the oldest house. Is anyone else alive?
With the hiss?
I can't.
It's a waste of time.
This
Why are
is
you in
an
a cell?
FBC containment unit. Why is the Bureau detaining you?
Does it kill
I'm
people?
where I belong.
Everyone I meet here is either a painting or a paracriminal. Hey, this is important. FBC headquarters went dark 4 years ago.
4 years ago?
What exactly happened in there?
We were attacked.
By the hits. Oh, so Dylan's alive. After he got the hits forced out of him.
No, not again. Not yet. No.
Hey, stay with me. Stay with me.
Okay.
What attacked the oldest house? I need to know.
Something's changing. Outside. Can you feel it?
What the fuck?
I can hear it. It's getting worse. You can't stay, can you?
Hold on. For Will, I need to know if I can.
Tell Jesse I tried. I really did.
Is this a tease for Control 2?
Is that really the oldest house? I felt wrong.
He booked the lab. Some big experiment tomorrow. I can't find
At least my voice is back to normal.
I'm guessing that was like a little teaser trailer for Control 2. I also assume I'm gonna need Black Rock ammo. Stop yelling at me.
1, 2, 3.
Sublevel 5.
6.
Shut down the experiment.
No. The Marmonts had opened the door into Cauldron Lake's threshold. It was forced. It was unstable. Shutting the experiment down was the only option.
Fucking Marmont. You want Julie? Bashed. Diana? Go off, Queen. Keep bashing him with Blackrock.
Typical fucking Marmonts.
What the fuck? I don't have any heals. I need more things. Okay, fuck off. Alright. Bullshit. Heal, please. Okay.
Why did you idiots think this was a good idea? Where'd she go?
It's right there. Oh, I'll take that. I'm guessing that's what I needed for this. Can you fucking do the light? I was dodging away from them, and she moved towards them. Oh, absolute miss. Alright, at least the things respawn. So annoyed by the fact that she's not moving. Also, I didn't get any ammo out of that. Gonna die again. Stop. Keeps like unsprinting. I know there's more ammo boxes. I saw one just now, like off on one of these things. There's one. I don't like that everything is getting more and more distorted. Fucking Christ.
Why did you idiots think this was a good idea? Chico.
Oh my god. Oh wait. What the fuck? She teleported as she was throwing a rock at me and oh my god, that's stupid.
Chico.
Where is it? Fucking dead? killer? Oh. Turn off the experiment now, please.
I know what the Marmonts did to you, to Rudolph Lane. I will do whatever I can to make sure this kind of thing doesn't happen again.
The putrid weight he could never wash away.
The Marmonts are dead. I don't know if that's any sort of consolation, but it's done.
The pain, it was all by him.
The threshold is tearing itself apart. I need to shut this down. Look, I'm sorry. I know you didn't make a choice here. It's not fair, but I have to shut this threshold down before it fractures.
That it? Where am I?
Agent Estevez stood in the forest just outside of Bright Falls. She watched her team detain Alan Wake and Ilmo Koskinen, stuffing them into black SUVs. She realized this was the moment Wake had been writing in the vision she had seen. The story was coming true. She pushed the thought out of her head. It had been a good tip, a way to find Wake. Nothing more.
Alan Wake!
Hey, the writer dude's alive.
After the Threshold event collapsed, I was back at Cauldron Lake. But for a moment, I was somewhere else. I saw Alan Wake there. He was writing about me finding him in Bright Falls, in the woods. It was a good tip. I called the surviving members of my team, and I told them to meet me there. You know, these cases, they never get less ambiguous or easier. This one, this was tough. Because protocol says entities like the Taken are monsters, threats. But the Marmonts were monsters way before the Shadow got to them.
True.
So at the end of the day, what's the difference?
End of chapter. That was cool. The last boss fight was a little stressful, but it was fine when we didn't have the paint boy or when I actually had an opportunity to shoot him.
Many things, wrote them for you and me. We're here standing on a precipice. We are ready to take a leap, but that only comes after. For this was the end scene. This was the end of an era. This was the sum of my body of work. When I'll be long gone, you can hold this together, and you can take it or leave it. Everything that comes after, and we'll always have this. All these moments that led us here, all this joy and these heartaches, they're woven into our very fabric.
It's weird.
No one can take that away from us. The journey that brought us here, the journey that made us who we are, the journey that brought us here.
It's Tuesday.
From this vantage point, with my third eye open now, I choose to look back and see you've come so far. Yes, we had it all, and if nothing comes after, if the signal's lost along the way, we had a good run. Gave birth to this universe.
Gave birth to this universe?
Never come back here to this ledge to remember, to pretend it all ended here, to raise a toast on this sunken shore. And if there ever comes more, you can still choose to say your goodbyes. So dream of more at your will. I'm just a
I think this song is by the redacted artist that was being kept in the lake house. One that escaped.
can take that away from us. The journey that brought us here. The journey that made us who we are. The journey that brought us here. The journey that brought us here.
Neat. I love the whole thing was a tie into Control. I think Control is my favorite of the Remedy games. Really like Alan Wake, but I think Control, at least gameplay wise, was my favorite. Story wise, I might think Alan Wake the first one, but yeah, this was fun.
Deep breaths. Clock stopped, and another shoe was dropped. What a mess. What a mess.
I already really like this song.
60 breaths, forget all the rest. Sharp pain, sharp pain. There's something in the way. What next? Sharp pain. Deep breaths. 60 breaths.
So this is the song
forget all the rest.
from in-game.
Go, go, I gotta let go,
Connie
of
and
everything that I've
Gokinen.
ever known. Deep breaths.
Connie.
Slow, gotta take it slow. Cause that's
Juhani,
the fastest
the name of a
way
character
that I
from
know.
Knights of the
Deep
Old Republic.
breaths. 60 breaths till the pain subsides. 60 breaths till I'm fine, fine. 60 breaths while I
You know, also in a Templar in
just like that, just like that.
Assassin's Creed, isn't there Juhani Otso
I
Berg?
feel like I'm floating on air. I'm finding
That his
roads
name?
everywhere. I feel like I'm floating on air. The nightmare can't have my dream. I feel like I'm floating on air.
Yeah, Juhani Otso Berg.
I'm finding roads everywhere.
I'm watching the credits because I want to see the musician names.
Can't have my dream. Cannot have my dream.
There's a lot of Finnish names in here.
Guess like something isn't right. It might be
Matthias
best to
Paolini.
fill the test.
Any relation to Christopher Paolini,
60 breaths, forget all the rest.
author of Aragon books?
Feels like my heart already stopped. Too much stress, bones to reset. Deep breaths, 60 breaths, forget all the rest. Go, I gotta let go of everything that I've ever known. Deep breaths, slow, gotta take it slow. Cause that's the fastest way that I know. Deep breaths, 60 breaths till the fear subsides. 60 breaths till I'm mine, I'm mine. 60 breaths, you can wait outside.
Darko.
And just like that, I've arrived. I feel like I'm floating on air. I'm finding roads everywhere. I feel like I'm floating on air. The nightmare can't have my dream. I feel like I'm floating
NPC
on air.
heads.
I'm finding roads everywhere. I feel like I'm floating on air. The nightmare can't have
Toledo, Indy. Deep breaths. Alejandro Ochal. Sean White, Steve Wilson. Why are we just listening to Bang breathing? Luca Arconi. Were all my deaths from the boss fight? I think they were. I think most of my deaths in the other one were from the stealth section. Audio team, we're getting there. Come on, boys. Royo. Partner. Florian partner. Something I could have easily just Googled, but I didn't. Relateral. Dynamedian. Grade 1. Masho. Lane and Halami. Little red zombies. Red Pipe Studios AB. Partners. Howdy, partner. Damion, Hyperbolic Audio, Side LA, Side UK. 6 deep breaths. Drum programming, vocals, keys, Poe. Vocals were Poe. Like the cat? Eric Alberon, Alan Wake, Casper Darling. Christos Populos. Wait, Saga's voice was in the game? I don't remember hearing Saga talk. Voice actors. It's the first one I've seen. And these credits just keep going up. Right at the end when I try to speed up a little. There we go. Alright. That's Alan Wake done. The DLCs, both of them are out, so that's it. All of Alan Wake. There'll probably be a third game, obviously, because Alan... Spiral. Not a circle, it's a spiral. And there's probably going to be a second Control game. I might play Control and Alan Wake 1 again, so I can put them on my YouTube. That won't be right away, because got other stuff ahead of it. I don't know what I'm going to be playing on next Tuesday, this upcoming Tuesday. But this weekend I'm busy, so I won't be streaming on Friday or Saturday. Yeah, I'll have Tuesday, and then I'm going to miss Friday of next week, because I have to go to a Halloween... Well, I get to go to a Halloween party. I don't have to go to a Halloween party. But I'm thinking of playing something short for the next stream. And then once October is over, once Spooky Month is done, I'm just gonna focus on Fire Emblem. Get through Fire Emblem. And then after that, I told somebody I would play God of War Ragnarok. Which I have. Somewhere over there. Kratos. Ghost of Sparta. Alright. Yeah. That's going to be it for tonight. Thank you for watching. Hope you had a good time. I will see you guys on Tuesday. Bye.